welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you some do's and don'ts for deadlifts. So I'm kind of just gonna go over the basic technique, little things to keep in mind when you're doing it, and little things to keep in mind not to do, so you can prevent injury and get the most out of this exercise. So deadlifts are a really good exercise for your entire body. I 100% recommend them, but you always want to make sure you're doing the correct form so you do not injure yourself. So let's get deadlifting. Okay, so when you're doing a deadlift, you want to make sure your foot is flat on the floor. So you don't want to wear running shoes like this. You want to either wear like Converse, a completely flat shoe, and if you get to the gym and you're like, oh shit, I don't have flat shoes, take off your shoes and you do your deadlifts in bare feet. Please, for this video, ignore my mismatched sock. I woke up very early this morning and I was very tired and I was in a hurry, and that is just an excuse. I actually just don't really care. I just grabbed socks and I didn't think I would have bare feet in today's video. So yeah, here's my imperfect feet. So inspiring. Be yourself with your socks. Be yourself. So for me, I like to do my deadlift with the left hand underhand and my right hand overhand. So I'm going to get into position that way. So first I'm going to show you just what a proper deadlift looks like. So there's about a million little things you need to think about when you're doing your deadlift. So from front view, I'm gonna start with my feet around shoulder width apart. This is something you can play around with and see whatever you're most comfortable with, but we're not doing sumo, so don't go too wide. It should be around shoulder width. And then you're gonna grab the bar with whatever grip you like, as I showed you in the previous clip. So you really want to focus on your hip hinge in this. You're keeping your hips back, and then you're almost leaning back into it as you pick up the bar. I'm going to show you how an incorrect deadlift looks. So you want to be standing up in a fluid motion. So sometimes people will go like this. So when I do it that way, I'm hot. I'm straightening my legs before I straighten my upper body. In one of my first few years of lifting, I was doing deadlifts, and this trainer came up to me and she was like, that is what we call a stripper deadlift. So that's when your butt comes up first. So I guess because it's just like, I don't know. She just said, that's what they call a stripper deadlift. So not that I have anything against them, but ever since then I was like, okay, we're not gonna do a stripper deadlift. So you wanna make sure you're standing in a fluid motion. So know that. I mean, if you're doing like a max, you might get a little strippery, but rule of thumb is generally try not to do that. So you also always wanna make sure your back is straight as well. You don't want anything rounding over. You also want to make sure your arms and your lats are very tight. So no elbow bending. You want them very, very tight to your side. Lock out your arms and then up. And you want to push with some power as well. It's almost like you're doing a leg press. So you're not just going to be like, meh. You're going to go up. And you want to make sure you're like squeezed and locked at the top. Don't end like sloppy. It should be clean. Also, when you, at the bottom of your set, don't allow the bar to bounce. So you want to completely lower it and then come up. Some other common mistakes I have seen are people starting with the bar too far away. So when you're doing deadlifts, it should like scratch up your shins. Like, you do not want to be starting with the bar here. Like, that is so dangerous. on your mat. So right against your shins, and then keep it against your body throughout the entire motion. And you also should be keeping your neck straight, unlike how I currently am. I mean, yeah, always a neutral neck. Don't be looking around at the other people in the gym. Focus on yourself and what you're doing, and then you won't get a neck injury. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go over sumo deadlifts now. So I personally, well, I'm doing a powerlifting programming, so I do both variations. For the longest time, I preferred sumos because I felt stronger doing them and I felt them more in my glutes. But at this point, I don't know. I like doing both. So for sumos, it's very similar. So you're gonna start with your feet, you're gonna start with your feet much wider. So wide feet, and then I, again, use the same grip. You could hold closer, but there's not the little grippy thingies on the bar closer, so my hands slip. If you have chalk, you can use that. Yeah, so same thing. You're locking your lats, locking your arms, your elbows. You're pushing your hips back, and then squeezing up. And same thing, when you lower it, you want it to completely hit the ground. That is why it's called a deadlift. It's not called a dead bounce. So you're not gonna go really fast. Like, I'm totally using momentum there. So you're gonna drop it. And that's how you do it. So same rules apply. You're coming up. You're gonna come up in one solid movement. Squeeze the glutes at the top, but don't go forward like that. So you're just gonna come and squeeze. I'm gonna show you that with the bar now. Ta-da! All right, guys, and that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!